Okay, so I wanted to come here, and I've not really done this before, but I wanted to speak about Mario Kart World. Now, this gameplay in front of us is actually provided by Shortcut. Now, I love Shortcut, I love his videos, so I hope that's not a problem. But anyway, I wanted to speak about Mario Kart World, the Switch 2, in sort of a podcast style. And I'm not a particularly informed game reviewer. I'm not a critic. I'm not anything like that. But I'm someone who has played Mario Kart since I was 3 years old, probably genuinely younger. And I was raised on Mario Kart 64, then Double Dash, and then obviously Wii. So literally all of them after Nintendo 64 is basically what I'm trying to say. I was born, as the N64 was like in its prime. And I'm very passionate about Mario Kart. I've always been very, very passionate about Mario Kart. And the title of this video is not lying. I played Mario Kart World, and it got me really hyped, really excited, and it made me want to play Mario Kart 8. Now, let's start with the story as to how I played Mario Kart World, because I, myself, am not buying a Switch 2. That is just not happening. So, when the Switch 2 got announced, I was extremely excited for it. I thought that I was probably going to spend, a decent chunk of money on it. If it was up to 400 quid, I probably would have bought it. That's bundled in with Mario. But then I saw that they were going to charge, $70 or £65 for it or whatever it is. I don't know the exact numbers. This is what I'm saying. I'm not a critic, but maybe you'll enjoy this and get something from it if you just enjoy the sort of chill talking to a camera style video. So I was thinking I was going to buy a Switch 2 because it looked fucking awesome, and I love handhelds. I've got a Switch Lite over there. I've got a Switch 1 OLED behind me. I love handheld gaming. I always have. I've loved the Nintendo DS. The Switch is obviously an incredible console, and I thought I was going to buy one. My friend also thought he was going to buy one, but when the prices came out and the stuff Nintendo's been doing lately with all their lawsuits and different bits like that, I just thought this is not a company I want to support. And I think I'm making a difference. I know realistically I'm making no difference. But in my head, if they drop the price, I will happily buy their console. But I doubt I'm making that much of a difference. But to me, I don't want to buy that shit, man. It's too much money. That frankly, I do have. I'm in a very fortunate position. I could totally buy one. But it's a principle thing at this point. It feels like Nintendo aren't really willing to give that much back to their fans and the people consuming their games, So yeah, it's a whole thing. So I didn't buy a Nintendo Switch. My friend who also loves Mario Kart, we used to work at the same work, and we would bring in a laptop and emulate Mario Kart Double Dash and Mario Kart Wii and play that on our lunch break, which just shows how nerdy we are, first off. But also, it shows, how much we love Mario Kart. And he got the Switch too, he loves it, and he brought it back, and he showed it to me, and oh my god, was I amazed. I was like, shit, I've missed out. Like, I really want one. I was looking up, the prices of them. I was looking up, like, do you reckon the price will drop of them anytime soon? Because, man, I want one. But, like, as a principal thing, I don't want to spend that much money on it. And playing Mario Kart World, it was really fun. It was really, really fun. And I had seen all these reviews online of people saying, like, oh, Mario Kart World is shit. Like, but then I'd also seen other people saying it's like the perfect game. And I played it, and it's really fun. It is actually a really, really good game. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, a lot. I had a good time. But afterwards, after it sort of the excitement about it settled down, and I had played with the magnet Joy-Con attach and detach, it sort of hit me that right now, actually, all I want to do is pick up my Switch and play Mario Kart 8. Now, this is where Nintendo had a real issue, because Mario Kart 8 is such a good Mario Kart. It's so difficult to live up to. And now I think my personal opinion after playing the both is that Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World are on the same level in terms of game. Like, I would rate them the exact same, but for completely different reasons. I think Mario Kart World is not particularly competitive. I know it can be, and you can do all this cool wall riding shit and all that, but look at it right now. If we're looking at this gameplay on the screen, it's cartoony, it's fun, which that needed to happen. But I think that the open world falls a little bit flat. I think that the tracks is kind of stupid, that you have to do like 2 laps up to the track and then do 1 lap afterwards. And I think a lot of people who are giving this game really good reviews just haven't played Mario Kart in a while, in my personal opinion, or have played so much Mario Kart because maybe they're a Mario Kart professional that they are playing this game and it just feels new and they love it. And I totally get that. That is totally something to take into consideration. That is fun, that is great. But man, if you were thinking about getting a Switch 2, but you're sort of on the fence and you feel like, oh, maybe I'm missing out and you didn't buy it, the reason I'm making this, I encourage you, please, if you've got one, pick up your Switch Lite. Or if you've not got the money to buy a Switch 2 and you know there's no way, maybe you just don't have a job at the moment, but you've got £100, sorry. Don't know why I'm trying to keep it formal. Let me grab my Switch. So this is a very casual format. I hope you're okay with this. But obviously this is my favourite. This Switch Lite is my absolute favourite thing in the whole world. I think it is just absolute magic. Obviously the battery life isn't perfect, but I don't even play for that long because of the way I am. So yeah, let me turn the brightness up. So here we are. Actually, there will definitely be a better way for me to show this. I'll overlay some gameplay, but if I open up Mario Kart, basically what I'm saying is, if you're on the fence about this whole Mario Kart World, maybe spending a lot of money on it, my personal argument would be that Nintendo as a company, as it currently stands, are actually being quite immoral. I personally think charging, $80 or £70 for Mario Kart is actually insane. I think it's a really good game, but Nintendo didn't used to be about profit. It used to be about providing a really, really solid experience. So for me, I'm a bit let down by Nintendo's morality at the moment. And when they've got such good games, you can buy a second-hand Switch Lite for £80 in the UK at the moment if you know where to look. And not even if you know where to look, just on eBay. Go on eBay, you can get them for £100. You can get a second-hand copy of Mario Kart 8 for, probably £30 less. I think I got mine for really cheap. And it is an incredible game. If you're looking at this gameplay now and thinking, oh, I really love Mario Kart. Yeah, this Mario Kart's still really good. If you get the 200cc on this especially, it's really rapid. It's really just a fun little challenge. And the online's still good, still popping off. Basically, I don't really actually have that much to say. For some reason, I just thought I wanted to put this little podcast out there. And I don't know if people will resonate with it at all. But I just thought, for anyone in my position, I was looking at a lot of videos that are saying, oh, the Switch 2 is the best console in the world. You've really missed out if you haven't bought it. And I was like, oh man, maybe I've missed out. And then I was looking at some videos that were like, Switch 2 is actually a letdown. Don't fucking bother. But then my friend got one and let me play with it, and it's like really fun. And what I realised is that fucking my Switch 1 and Mario Kart is actually really fun. I just hadn't played it in a while. So yeah, maybe fucking do that. Yeah, like I say, I don't really have that much to say. I just wanted to get it out there that Mario Kart 8 is still a really good game, and that after playing both, I am still enjoying Mario Kart 8. Which fine. I'll expand on this. That brings me to, I suppose, my overall feelings about it, which is that it's, in my opinion, it's a bit of a letdown. I would be a bit let down to pay, £450 for essentially the same experience, just a bit upgraded. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money to spend. And essentially the Switch 2 is not particularly innovative. I think the open world in Mario Kart World is fine. I don't think it's anything to write home about. I don't think it's actually very good, to be honest. I think it's fun and it's cool, but it's not. I think, yeah. You've heard it a million times before. I'm just sort of ringing the same thing. I suppose the only original opinion I have is that Mario Kart 8 is actually very much still worth playing. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't know if this is going to get any views. I don't know if anyone's going to give a shit about this at all. But I just thought I would get my opinion out there as a real Mario Kart fan. And yeah, thank you shortcut for the gameplay.